Hello everyone, this is Suti Pathak and you're watching my channel. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe my channel. And today I will talk about chapter number 6, Patient Safety and Quality Improvement of NBET Standards 5th edition. The last 5 chapters were patient-centric chapters. I hope you have watched all those videos. And this chapter is basically an organization-centric chapters, and the rest of the chapters are also organization-centric chapters. You can also follow me on Instagram. You can see the Instagram ID on the slide, which is Healthcare for You Forever. And now I will get started with this particular chapter. So let's get started. Okay, so now I'll talk about the intent of the chapter. So the first point here on the slide is the standards encourage an environment of patient safety and continual quality improvement. The patient safety and quality improvement should be documented and involve all areas of the organization and all staff members. So basically, a safety and risk committee is being organized in the healthcare organization that basically focuses on patient safety and prevention of the risk. Okay, so it is being organized by the staff members, and minutes of the meeting are also documented. So this is really very important because it's all about patient safety, because in healthcare organization you can see that nosocomial infections occur, so that's why this is really very important. Second point is national and international patient safety goals solutions are implemented. So there are basically 6 international patient safety goals. First is identify patient correctly. Second is improve effective communication. Third is improve the safety of high alert medications. Fourth is ensure correct site, correct procedure, correct patient surgery. Fifth is reduce the risk of healthcare associated infections, and sixth is reduce the risk of patient harm resulting from the falls. So these patient safety goals are really very important, and it needs to be implemented in all the healthcare organization. The organization should collect data on structure, processes, and outcomes, especially in the areas of high-risk situations. The collected data should be collated, analyzed, and used for further improvements. Appropriate quality tools shall be used for carrying out quality improvement activities. Clinical audits shall be conducted as a tool to improve the quality of patient care. The improvements should be sustained. Department leaders play an active role in patient safety and quality improvement. So there are various indicators that needs to be utilized so as to make further improvements on the patient safety and quality improvement. Okay, so there are various clinical indicators, managerial indicators, which are really very important to be monitored in the healthcare organization. So let's move on to the next slide to talk about the rest of the points of the intent of the chapter. Okay, so the point here is the organization should have a robust incident reporting system. The sentinel events shall be defined, all incidents are investigated, and appropriate action is taken. Incident like bed sores or needle stick injury, surgical site infection, catheter associated urinary tract infection. So these are all incidents which needs to be reported. These are all indicators also. So these indicators and these incidents need to be reported so as to prevent the patient infection or patient risk. Okay, so that is really very important. So the second point here in this slide is the management should support the patient safety and quality improvement. So the management of the healthcare organization or a hospital should be responsible, should support the patient safety and quality improvement. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide to talk about the standards. Okay, now I'll talk about the standards. So the first standard here on the slide is the organization implements a structured patient safety program. So there's a patient safety program that is being implemented in most of the healthcare organizations. Okay, this basically is maintained by the multidisciplinary committee. It is updated once a year, and it includes all the no harm and sentinel events. The second standard is that the organization implements a structured quality improvement and continuous monitoring program. So this is the another program which is being implemented apart from the patient safety program, and it includes all the quality improvement and continuous monitoring of the quality of the services in the hospital or the healthcare organization. And again, it is maintained by the multidisciplinary committee, and it is updated once a year, and also it includes all the elements of the quality assurance. The third standard here is the organization identifies key indicators to monitor the structure, process, and outcomes which are used as tools for continual improvement. So the first is structure, second is processes, and third is outcome. Okay, so indicators are divided on the basis of the Donner-Bedens model. First is structure. Like structure includes that what is the physical infrastructure of the hospital, okay, then what are the documents that are maintained in the hospital, the manpower in the hospital, okay, so these are the structures. Then the processes basically include what kind of treatments are given in the hospital, what kind of diagnostics are given in the hospital, whether diagnostics are done properly or not. So these are all the processes. And the outcomes is like what is the result, like that how many patients were admitted in the hospital, how many were treated well, and how many wrong surgeries were done, then how many patient falls were there, okay, how many infections were there, surgical site infections were there. So these are the outcomes. Okay, so these are the differences between the structure indicator, processes indicator, and outcome indicator. Then the fourth standard is the organization use appropriate quality improvement tools for its quality improvement activities. So there are various tools, analytical and statistical tools that are used for quality improvement activities, like Pareto's chart, histogram, then flow charts, then your root cause analysis, Ishikawa diagrams. So these are basically used for quality improvement activities. So now let's move on to the next slide to talk about the rest of the standards of this particular chapter. Okay, so the fifth standard here on the slide is there's an established system for clinical audit. So basically this means that clinical audit is done in the healthcare organization or the hospital. There are various parameters of the clinical audit. Medical staff and paramedical staff are involved in this particular audit, and there are various topics for the clinical audit, which could be community based or length of the stay of the patient in the hospital or the healthcare organization. Okay, so it could be anything. Then the sixth standard is the patient safety and quality improvement program are supported by the management. So management creates a culture of safety. Departmental leaders are involved in quality improvement program. Then management makes available the adequate resources required for the patient safety and quality improvement program. Then seventh standard is that incidents are collected and analyzed to ensure continual quality improvement. There are various incidents that occur in the hospital or the healthcare organization, just like patient fall or surgical site infection or catheter associated urinary tract infection, okay, so needle stick injury. So these are the incidents that are collected and analyzed to ensure that there's quality improvement and there's less number of risk in the healthcare organization. So this was the last slide of the presentation. I hope you really like this particular presentation. Thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope you really like this video. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe my channel. I would be really very grateful. I'll meet you in the next video, which will talk about the chapter number 7 of NABH Standards 5th edition, which is responsibility of management. Till then, stay safe and healthy. Bye bye.